Guys came down here, filled this room with pool tables, made it look fantastic. You got a vendor selling cues, cases, tips, tip cue repair. You got a masseuse on site. T-shirts. It's going to get better. Men's singles starts tonight. Steve pockets the ball, gets from nice shape on the 12 ball. Pretty much the only available shot she has. She doesn't want, she's lined up perfect to get position. Well, it's going to be tough to get position on that 11 because I don't think it goes in the left-hand corner pocket. Now you're seeing some percentages on your screen. Nice shot by Jessica. You see Barker and Derezinski at 56.5%. You have Smith and Perez at 43.5%. Those percentages are the odds of that team winning the game. Winning the match, excuse me, and they're derived from the Fargo rate system. And what they've done is they've combined each player's percentage on this rating system, new to be introduced rating system, and it's to be used worldwide. And they've combined them together and come up with an average for both players. And so, as you can see, by this rating system, Fargo rate system, Barker and Derezinski are a 56% favorite. You'll be seeing this in a lot of matches coming up, in all the men's singles matches, where there's information in the database for each player. Steve executed a nice shot. They have to get shape on this 13 ball that's on the rail, just beneath the ball she's shooting now. And if she hits, oh, she went 2 rails this way. Fast table, is it going to get there? Oh, not quite. Now there's 2 ways to shoot that shot. The way she shot it, back and forth on the same line, or you can follow that with right hand English and come out 3 rails. Had she shot it that way, if she came a little too hard, she might have had shape on the 11, which would have been ideal. But they have shape on the 9, and that worked out great. Now if you can get her shape on this 11 ball, it'll work out better, because then they can pocket the 13 and pretty much stop the cue ball and have a shot on the 8, or bring it down a little bit for a shot on the 8. This is a race to 3, 8 ball. Oh! And that's what you call an unforced error. The ball was very makeable. He got her perfect shape on the 13. Well, decent shape on the 13. She would have had a hard time getting on the 11 good to get on the 8. This brings Dan Smith to the table. His partner, Cee Perez, sitting in the right-hand corner at the top of your screen. If you guys have questions about the Fargo system, just type them in the chat. I've got Ozzy Reynolds sitting next to me, and he can address those in the chat, or I can address them online. This is a great system. It's worldwide. It was developed, I believe it's Mike Page from Fargo, North Dakota, and it's been tweaked and moved around and ready to be introduced. Cee Perez is shooting this shot right down the corner. Bring it back just a little bit for that 4 ball. Or she can come down just a little bit, not too far. These guys had a heck of a match last night. It was a beautiful match. They were down to hill against their opponents, and down to the 8 ball and 1 ball. They had 1 ball in the 8, and the other team had 2 balls, and the cue ball, and the 8 ball was blocked from going in the corner pocket, and they just played for about 6 shots apiece. And finally it came down to nitty-gritty, and there's an error on the last shot that lost the game. Sad to see. But these guys won it. And the other team was very upset when they lost. But it was their error, so. And they benefited from it. Well done. Now, here, do you shoot the 4 ball, do you shoot the 5? Something for you to decide, something to practice. When you practice coming out of corner pockets, it's easy to play this ball first. Nice. No, she left him dead straight in. So he's got his only option is to draw the ball straight back. That's probably why I may have shot. Well, I would just put that cue ball in a different place, so I can get the cue ball to the left side, over by the side pocket on the left side, without going across the table. He just draws it straight up. He'll kind of cheat the pocket a little bit, hit it to the right side of the pocket, and bring the cue ball up to about the third diamond next to the side pocket, ideally. Well, first and foremost, he's not using English to draw the ball. He just changed. He is now using English to draw the ball. If he doesn't come back, she's going to be stuck behind the 11. One of the problems a lot of amateurs have with shots like this is they fail to draw the ball well. Ooh, he came out nice. That's, I think, a little fortunate. But they fail to draw that ball well because they're trying to get too perfect, and they never get the draw going, and so it never comes up past that 11. Instead of drawing it, they stop it. She's playing it in the side pocket. A lot of left-right English, wow. Easier shot here. Well, it's always the closer pocket, but it's a matter of preference, I guess. I would play this ball in the corner, and she's changing to that. Yeah, this is trouble. It's trouble because she's second guessing herself. Went back to the corner. And she hit it short. She's left a shot on the 11 ball or the 13. The shot would be the 11. Fall forward just a little and then just stop the 13 for the 9 and get to the 8. You don't have to do much here. Just pocket the ball. And don't give yourself too much of an angle. That's exactly what she did. Now, you want a little more angle than that if you're playing, you know, and you're kind of learning from this, or if you're, because he can't avoid leaving the ball on the rail. It's hard to get the cue ball off the rail. She's left it so straight. You want to be about 6 inches off the rail, and it's going to be hard to do that for him. So if he can bring it back about to the side pocket, that way he can use the opening of the side pocket to cue better. She can just make the 9 ball and follow it and come off the rail for shape on the 8. But just when you're leaving yourself shots like this, try not to get straight in, because you want the cue ball off the rail so you can work. Nice work by Steven, our camera guy. Nice shot, but look at the cue ball. Tough. Now her option is to just, I think she's dead straight in. Oh, she's got just a hair of an angle. She's got a hair of an angle. She might be able to just shoot this 8 and bounce and just run into the 8 with the cue ball. If she does it with decent speed, she'll get it off the rail. I'm not sure. Well, she just left a thin cut. She made a good shot. She made a good shot. It's a thin cut, very makeable shot. Very makeable. This is one of these shots that's very easy to make and very easy to miss. Very well done. Very nice struck. Nicely struck. Nicely struck. The first game goes to Steve Barker and Jessica Derezinski. Dan Smith will rack the balls. They lead 1-0 in a race to 3. Both of these players, actually, Steve and Jessica were on the stream last night, and they'll get to go back in a couple of weeks and view their matches on YouTube, thanks to the way CSI is putting these on YouTube. So that works out pretty good. You can learn from this game right here, being in the pit, watching your matches afterwards. You can at least look at your shooting and see what you may have done different, and then hopefully, possibly, I may add a little bit of a twist that'll give you some ideas as to whether you could improve what you did, learn from what I said, or disregard what I said because I'm crazy. Dan's breaking the balls, trailing 0-1 in a race of 3. Struck him good. There goes the deuce. No. Dry break. Clutters galore. Neither set of balls, neither stripes nor solids, are open for show any advantage. On the solids, you have the 6, you have the 7, the 5 by the side pocket. The 6 is down in the lower left-hand corner. Then you have the 4 ball and the 6 ball in the middle of the table, and the 3 ball the other side of the 8, and the cue ball in the middle, not providing him with a shot. The only shot he has is the 2 ball in the upper left-hand corner. Stripes, he has the 11 ball that's available. But if he shoots the stripes, he's got a 12 ball and a 10 ball on the left-hand rail. Don't have a pocket because the 2 ball's blocking it. He's taking stripes. Opens up a few balls. Right away, she could play this. She could immediately try to open this up. She'll play the 9 ball and then probably play the ball on throws on the bottom rail. But she's got a good shot with the ball right next to the right of the cue ball. She could play that off the 10 ball on the side, it looks like. And from that position right there, they could open up the 10 ball. But keep in mind, you're watching amateurs play. You're not watching professionals. So they're dealing with a lot of things that us amateurs deal with. Nerves. Nerves of the tournament, nerves of being in the pro arena, the pressure of not letting your partner down on the shot. I mean, they got you good shape. I got to make this ball, and all of a sudden, don't make that ball. The fact that you're trying to get the cue ball in an easy spot in a good position for your partner. And then take a look at the percentages. See, now the percentages changed because Barker and Derezinski won the first game, so now they need 2. Look how dramatic the odds changed from 56 to, I think it was 54 to 70, almost 74%, putting Smith and Perez at a great disadvantage. Pretty close to 2/3, and that's about what it shows. Well, they're down 1-3, so it would be 2/3 disadvantage. So this is a good way to see if you can overcome the odds, because this is exactly what they can do here. The percentages of the rating system is against them. Doesn't mean much, and we all know that because a couple of unforced errors, a couple of good shots can make a big difference in the match. A couple of good rolls, a couple of bad rolls. Steve's back to the table. He's looking at long shot straight in the upper right-hand corner or the ball right next to the cue ball. The ball right next to the cue ball can open up some balls for him, though. But he's going to have to fire, and I haven't seen anyone take a shot with a full stroke yet. And the shot straight in the corner pocket, upper right-hand corner pocket is takes a straight stroke. He's close to the rail. And there's actually, he would have shape for the 9 ball, and then he could go to the 13. So either shot's good. Let's see what he does with this. So he's got to do. He wants to have a working cue ball here. He wants to make sure he gets shape. He can try to run this into the 13, or run it into the 5 and have the 5 ball kind of stop him for the ball in the side pocket. But, or he can just, he broke out the 12. And he's going to have shape on the 9 or the 14. Probably the best shot would be the 9, because with the 9 they can use the 13. Oh, you can't use it to break out the 10. The 10 ball is a hard ball. You've also got the 12 ball up on top of the head of the table that has that stuff to get on. So right now, solids has a bit of an advantage just because of the way the balls lie, because of the position of the 10 and the 12. This is nice here. This is nice. But you're still going to have to move that 10 ball and have to get on that 12. I'm not sure that 12 ball goes to the upper right-hand corner pocket. Steve's got his handfuls. Can he play it off the 10? I think it's too far out. But he can run the cue ball into it, and he can get shape on this ball. Well done. Nice shot. He addressed both of his problem balls, except he pushed one to where it is now definitely a problem. And he's left a long shot for Jessica. But make this ball, and she'll have shape on the 9. And then Steve can hopefully get to that 12 again. Overcut it. Brought the cue ball. And Cee Perez will come to the table. Opportunity to shoot the 4 ball on the side or the corner, or the 2 ball that's way up on the upper left-hand corner. Let's see what they decide. Matter of choice. Now, keep in mind that in Scotch doubles, there's no coaching when you're at the table. Once she comes to the table, she's on her own. Your opponent can't really signal you or yes, no, no, yes. Get up and stop and say, no, 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 do this. Can't do it. You step up and you're on your own. She's looking to play this in the corner pocket. She's aiming it for the corner. I like the shot because it doesn't leave much. It'll leave the 9 ball if she hits it soft. And won't leave anything if she hits it like that. But the balls are getting clustered at the head of the table. And now a lot of you guys thought A-ball was all about running out, didn't you? Well, as you can see here, it's a little bit more about moving because they're not running out. And shot selection. Shot selection in A-ball is key. Pick out a pattern, stick to it, don't move the cue ball. Once you make contact with an object ball, try not to have to move the cue ball. Let the angle of the ball prior to the one you're going to shoot give you the angle to go to it for the position. Got to be careful not to double hit this, even though there's no ref to call it, but he's shooting away from the ball, so there won't be any double hit. But he's left to still have that shot on the 2 ball, and now the 12 ball is clustered even, or the 14 ball is clustered even further with the 3 and the 7 on each side of it. The 12 ball is locked up, doesn't have a pocket. The 10 ball is locked up, doesn't have a pocket. So Stripes is not in control. The solids are in control of this game, just because of the way the balls lie. And I don't think he's trying to do much. I think he's going to play him safe again so they can get up on top of the other balls. Or is he trying to cut it? Looks like he's just playing safe. Going to roll the cue ball down to the bottom. Sooner or later, somebody has to run balls here. So this is a tough game. No one wants. They don't want to open up the pockets for those stripes that are all. I mean, they're all just sitting up there, and they don't have a place to go. So, do you play the safety game, which I think Dan and Cee are looking to play, or do you open them up right here? Nope, not opening them up, but they should open up a pocket. She got rid of one and left. Wow. She's made a very nice shot. I don't think she's left a shot. Small possibility that she might be able to get to the 5 ball. But if she plays it in the corner, there's a side pocket to contend with. It's very, very big at that angle. I don't think it goes in the side. The proximity of the 8 kind of blocks that outside angle. And she can see the ball full, but she can't see it to cut it from our angle that we just looked at. But again, these balls are clustered. You got 2 clusters at the head of the table that just they have nowhere to go. But the striped D and Dan have a 4 ball. They can open them up, and the 7 ball goes. The 6 ball goes. The one next to the cue ball goes into that corner. So she's playing it. Looks like she's playing it in the side. So she might be able to see it. No, she just played it down and opened up. Okay, if that 3-7 isn't dead, I'm going to go ahead and hit the left side of this 10 ball, that's the cluster on the right, and put the cue ball right where he's aiming. I'm going to try to slide the cue ball over there into the 12. Because that once he hits that 10 ball, it's going to open those 2 balls up. That ball is going to bounce. It shouldn't disturb the 3-7. Although, no, it's not dead, so it shouldn't disturb it. And he might have something to work with. Hit this 10 ball kind of full and slide the cue ball over into the 12. If he stays on the bottom side of the 12, he'll not give up a shot on the 6. His 12 ball will go in front of the pocket, and he'll turn this game around. Just low left English on the cue ball and hit that 10, aim at that 10 ball right in the middle. Right in the middle, just off to the left. It looks like that's exactly what he's doing. Oh, it would have been nice to hit that ball. But see, now he's opened up the balls. They have a cluster. They have 2 balls that they might go. They might go with a little bit of a cut on the 7 ball that he might be able to make that 3, but the 4 ball's tied up with the 14. And he's straight into the 6, into the 5, excuse me. Cannot see the 6. His only shot is the 5. If the 12 ball doesn't go, and I don't think it does, up on top by the 6 ball, a good shot here is to go ahead and roll into the 2 balls. It's going to cluster the 7 and the 7 and the 10, the head of the table. So he'll play this ball here. He could just play it. He could just play it to hang it up in the pocket and not make it. Now he's left his partner a pretty tough shot here. But she can make the 6, and with decent speed, that cue ball's coming off that 12 ball over to the 10 and that 7-3. So with medium speed here, if she pockets the 6 ball, she's going to open up those 2 balls. I don't think she can avoid it if she hits it good. Because that cue ball's coming off the 12 and sliding to the right. probably into the 10 ball. That's what she's playing. She's using, looks like it's high left English, which would be good English, actually. It's well done. Oh, she hit it clean, not into the 12. Now they're in trouble. Although I think if he just hits that 7 almost straight on, he'll catch the 3 ball in. That 7-3 goes. But if he misses that 7-3, actually if he misses any shot, they can run out again. They'll be looking at a 2-0 deficit. Kind of like what the odds that are, the percentages that are up at the board, on the board, dictate. Or suggest, it's a better word. He's got to be pretty sure of this shot. He was. Well done. A little follow. And he's straight, and she's straight in on the 4 ball coming down in the lower right-hand corner pocket. The little follow here, though, is not exactly easy to do. She's close to the ball. If she follows through, she could double hit the ball. If I was Steven, I would ask for a referee. Nicely done. Nicely done. Nicely done. Well executed. I would say that young lady has her nerves under control for shots like that. Now this is just a stroke shot. Just make it with a little more than pocket speed, and the cue ball comes down perfect on the 8. Lies. He'll lay it right on the 8. Just fall perfect on it. Nice stroke, staying with it. Just follow through. Just follow through. Follow through, buddy. Wow, great opportunity. He makes that ball. They're straight in on the 8 ball. Straight in on the 8 ball to the side pocket. Jessica's going to try to show Steve the way home. I like this. I like this. Even if she misses, she leaves a low percentage shot. I kind of preferred her getting shape on the 10 next. But if Steven gets her straight in shape on the 10, with just a little draw to come straight over, or follow 2 rails, if he follows his 2 rails and gets on the left rail, she'll just have a stop shot for a straight in shot on the 8. And he's just using center high English. Make sure you stroke this ball so you come over. Come on, stroke it, stroke it, stroke it, stroke it. Oh, he's going back and forth with the cue ball. Good thing is the 8 ball's almost in the center of the table, so either side she leaves it on will leave a shot. As long as she doesn't draw it, as long as she doesn't follow it. Center English, back and forth. With the speed of the table, oh, she made it. And she left the cue ball in the middle. He's on the 50-yard line, as you might say. Has to go to that corner. Fortunately, there's no, unless he draws it, there's no scratch. He's just going to make the ball. He's just going to cinch this ball. There's nothing to worry about but cinching the ball, and cinch it he did. 2-0. Now watch the percentages really change here. See what happens. It's a race of 3. They're ahead 2-0. At this point, they're a 74% favorite. Let's see what happens once he enters the score of 2-0 in a race to 3. It's probably going to jump to, we'll see. We haven't worked with this before, so. It goes to 90%. So pretty much there's a 10% chance for Smith and Perez to make a comeback, according to the rating, the Fargo rating. You'll see this a lot in the singles matches where they have data on the players. There might be some players that don't have any data, but if there's any data on the players, you'll see these percentages in there. Another thing to consider, or that's tied into these percentages, is a word they use called robustness. And what that is the number of games you've really played. Somewhere around 200, over 200, they figure your percentages or your rating is solid. And, you know, when you have 100 games or 50 games, well, it's not really a sound rating. But it gives you an idea, and it's all based on your wins and losses in every tournament you play, regardless of the opponent. Every game played, you know, comes into the data, and it affects all of the data, not just yours. It's tied in with data worldwide. Any of the tournament directors using this system by CTS, they're trying to get it on CTS, will have access to this. And this could be a worldwide rating, actually. Now, see is looking at this ball in the upper right-hand corner pocket. Look in the pocket and just stop the cue ball. She's hitting a little low right. It might throw that ball out perfect. And he's only got one shot, and that's cutting the 13 in the side. Problem with that is he's probably going to, well, he's probably going to hit it soft. And he might run into the 4 ball. If not the 4, he'll run into the 5 ball, which goes into the 8. So, got to be careful. But if he runs into the 5, he may get a shot on the 11 that's tied up with the 5 right now.
All right, we have a winner from player Q Rebel.
It looks like he's playing this down the corner. No, he's cutting in the side. I can't really tell by the way he's aiming the ball.
Ticket number 951663, just one player Q. And over the booth to collect your win.
Right into the 8. Left. I don't see a possible shot for him. She can hit the full 11. She can hit the full 10, but I don't believe she has an angle to has space between the 5 to cut the 11 in the corner. Could possibly play it off of the 9. That'd be one heck of a shot. She might have room to cut it. Not sure. She might have a safety down by this 10 ball. But I don't think she can avoid giving it a long shot on the 3. I'm not sure what she's looking at the upper left-hand corner. But she's called a safe. She's just going to float this ball down. She's going off to the side. Interesting. Well, Steven will come to the table with a shot on the 6. The ball to the left, right there, in the corner pocket. Should lead to a shot on the 3, because more than likely this probably will hit the 2 ball. He was going to come right up, come real close to the 2. Yeah, barely missed it, but he's got a shot on the 2 now. Now a stop on the 2 gives him a shot on the 3. Or she's got to get to a shot, and then the shot on the 3 will lead to a shot on the 1, and then the shot on the 1 can lead to a shot on the 4, then the 5, and lead him right out of the rack for a win. They're leading 2-0. That's well done. Here's where it gets tricky. You got to work to that 5 ball. 5 ball is your problem ball. I don't believe it goes to the lower left-hand corner pocket, nor the right-hand corner pocket. So it has to be played inside. So it's going to require good shape on the 4 or the 1 to lead you to the 5. Good shot. And where he's left the cue ball is going to lead the pocket to 3. She's going to fall on the 1. Actually, she can get perfect on the 5. Just good speed. We'll just bring her right to where she's going to be straight in on the 5. She gets there, they can win the game this inning. Nice speed. Don't draw it. She's drawing the ball. That's going to change everything. Perfection. Now, if he chooses to shoot the 1, he's not going to be able to get back on the 5. He's got to shoot that 5 now. He knows it. Don't even look at the 4, because you're not going to be able to hit it. Try to get yourself a shot on the 1 here. Or hit it with high English and try to come all the way back for the 4. Looks like he's trying to draw it to hit the 4. That stops him for the 1 and probably gives him a shot on the 4. Well done. Well done. Stop on the 1 gives you, you want to come off the rail. You want a little bit of an angle on this 1 so you can be on the 4 ball. She's going to shoot the 4. Well, make sure you come back to where you're at. She's got to go over and back. Stroke this ball. Ooh. Nice cue ball. She hit that very nice. That goes in, and Steve's liking life because he's got a natural shot on the 1 for shape on the 8. That 90% percentage, that 90% is in jeopardy. But they've got 5 balls to negotiate. That better? Oh, hope this sounds better there, guys. I had my mic a little down, I think. I might have been too soft. Dan Smith firing at the 9 ball. Oh, trouble. Mucho trouble. But trouble for them, too. Because they put the 1 ball out of play. I don't know if that was intentional. But they have put the 1 ball out of play. A good shot here would be to carry him in the 4 ball up on top. Go off the 11 and try to make the 4 with the cue ball. Even if you follow it in, they don't have a shot. I'm not touching the 1 ball. I would try to make that 4 ball, because you've got 2 balls that you can break the 1 ball out if you get good position. You've got the 10 and the 11 to come into the 112 and open them up. Pocket the 4 ball, they're dead. They can fire it. Well, they could bank it in. Extremely low percentage shot. But possible. Pretty close. Pretty close. What to do, folks? Do you try to bank this in? I'm saying yes. I think he can. It looks like he might have room. The 8 ball's tight, because the 4 ball's big, so he calls the 4 and he beats the double kiss on this bank shot. He can pocket the 4 and leave the 1 ball there, and the 11 ball is still out of play if he misses. They have, get good position on the 11 to win the game. This is a nice shot if he can execute it. And execute it he did, but he's not going to make the ball. Wow. Wow, that was so close. Wow. That would have left him a decent shot on the 1 to get on the 8. Long shot, but decent. Close to the pocket. Well, Dan's got to negotiate this rack. No matter where he leaves this cue ball, unless it's not froze to the bottom side of the 8, or the bottom side of the 10, he'll have a shot on the 4, or on the 1 to get to the 4. If he just kind of stops it where the 12 ball is, they can make a good shot and cut the 1 ball into the 4. So, The 11 ball is tough to play, tough to get on. They will be able to make their opponent's 4 ball if they can keep them from getting on the 1. So, decisions. Who says amateur 8 ball isn't exciting? It'd be a lot more exciting if you're betting on these percentages. How'd you like to be Smith and Perez with a 10% chance to win the match and take it off? According to the Fargo rating. This Fargo rating is going to be big. Predict it's going to be pretty big since it can be used worldwide. And as more and more tournament directors incorporate the CTS tournament brackets and system, where they can track this and enter the data into the Fargo ratings, it will grow it. He's going to try to play safe. It looks like he's going to put this up again, try to put the cue ball up against the 10. Is my guess. Keep in mind, I can only guess at what they might do. I can guess at what I would do, but that's not saying that they're going to do the same thing. They might think of something better than I thought of. And got there. He's got a shot on the 1. She can see the 1. But what can she do with it? That's the question. What is available is a 2-rail bank to the 4. She could play the carom off the 1 into the 4 with the cue ball. Again, you have to question or know your player's ability. Can she execute the shot? Could I execute the shot? I mean, can you execute the shot? That's what you have to determine on your shot selection. And that's exactly what Jessica's determining here. She's using center English. She might be trying to play that 4 ball. She banked it in the corner. The problem here is that Dan and C are running out of options. The 1 ball is now in play. The 4 ball is blocking their pocket. It's in play from anywhere on the table, because even if you're hooked, they could possibly kick it in. So there comes a point where you have to shoot to run out. I'll tell you, right here's a good shot. You hit this ball with a little draw and get on that 11. Stun it over to the right. Possibly make the 4 and be straight on the 11, and they're liking life. Then there's that part of it. The part when we're shooting that we don't expect. Missing a shot we think we can make. That is so hard to judge, and it plays so hard into these percentages, because it can change everything. All of a sudden, that possible shot that you thought you could make that would have led you to a win was missed, and you're facing a loss. 8 ball plays to the right-hand corner pocket, so he's got to get on this 4 ball where they can come to it, and he is. Now, can Jessica get it there? That's the whole question. I would say center left English, hit the left side of the ball, should bring her down just if she can control her speed. It's hard to do because it's going to kill on the rail. Get her down for a shot on the 8. Get out of that pocket. Look at this, folks. Wow, well done. well done. Flirted with the side pocket, though. She kind of waved at it as she rolled by. And there's the match. That 90% chance. That 90% stood true. 3-0. Next match will be at 1 o'clock.